Hey Ophiuchus, I'm a little sniffly today, so I sound a little bit, like I'm holding my nose. So apologies for that. But let's get on. Okay, instantly coming out, changing location, moving house. If you're thinking of moving house, it's like, yeah. If you've been thinking about moving, taking a leap of faith, changing location, or maybe it's moving a business somewhere else, changing job, there's some kind of physical move where you're going to be going to a different place than you were, or you're going to be living in a different place than you were, and in terms of a different building. It does feel like a new home for a lot of you, and some of you, this is going to come as a surprise. Some of you, this could be like winning a home. What is happening? Some of you, this could be like winning a home. This is gonna feel like this is a miracle. This is gonna feel like a miracle. This is a miracle. This is something you set out to manifest, something that is about to come in and completely change your circumstances. It means you being brave enough to take a risk, to embrace risk. I was just watching Paddington in Peru, and it come up about the dad in it, that in order to keep his job or something, that he needed to learn to embrace risk. And there's something here about embracing risk, that full energy, taking the leap off the cliff, just in sheer belief and trust. That thing, how the bird relies on its own wings, not the branch, so it's never scared of the branch breaking. To really rely on your own wings. Split the deck, temperance. You are so being guided here, divine intervention, divinely protected. This is something you know. Just work through fears, work through limiting beliefs, bring awareness to these things. It can be uncomfortable because it's like, in order for us to take action on things that we're resisting taking action on, it usually takes us to be honest with ourselves about all the reasons why we're not taking action. And most times they are really cringy reasons. They're reasons that we're embarrassed about, that we have shame about, or it's like it comes from fear, or it comes from guilt, whatever it is. You're being asked to have the strength emotionally to face yourself, to make the unconscious conscious, to bring awareness to your own obstacles, where you're getting in your own way. And there's not much you need to do for this to come to light, other than kick back and relax and slow down and stop fighting yourself. If something's not working, it may not be because it's not meant to be. It just may be that something needs to shift first. That grey feather energy. It's not a yes, it's not a no. It's yeah, but not now. Yeah, but this needs to be tended to first, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, whatever it might be. Take time to fill your cup. There's a lot of blessings coming in, things that you have been creating, things that you've been manifesting with thought, feeling, action, intentional action, hard work paying off. You could be feeling a little deflated right now, feeling like you keep taking leaps of faith, eight of cups. But again, this journey's made you emotionally resilient. It's shaped you in a way that is priceless. It can't be taken from you. A similar message came through in Libra's reading. Maybe check that if you feel guided to, because there's something coming through here about the emotions you're dealing with, about your emotional health, but it's not really the key message here. I'm going to keep moving, but definitely tend to that. The sun. Okay, inner child healing, childhood trauma, healing those abandonment wounds, It could really be many different things, but there's something here about healing the father wound. The father wound, the mother wound. Healing the feminine, the masculine. Reparenting yourself. It's an inside, these buttons keep getting caught in this table thing. What was I saying? Yeah. A healing's taken place in the recent past. This could have been something that's been going on for a long time. Healing from trauma in many different senses of the word. There's something about the things that you've tended to emotionally have saved you from some kind of physical downfall. That certain things, certain delays, it's like were there so that you could tend to certain emotions, so you could process, so you could feel, so you could face things head on, and that took a lot of strength. It's like a lot of us are programmed that if we're not doing something physical, we're not expelling any energy. But there's something here about it's taken the life of you and all of your energy and all of your being to conquer certain demons, to conquer certain patterns, generationally, whatever it might be. There's lots of layers to things. It's like a maze kind of energy. And you've needed your energy to work through certain things to master the internal, because it's like that is the foundation. And if that foundation hadn't been relayed, whatever you fought to create or gain physically would have been sitting on shaky foundations. It's not been pretty, it's not been fun, it's not been ideal. It feels like you have been at war with yourself a bit too long. But this is something you could have been questioning if you're caught in some kind of healing trap here. But what's coming through with this is no. Something did need to be dealt with. Something did need a certain amount of investment of time, energy, commitment, where you didn't have the energy to give to things that you wanted to do. This has changed, this has shifted. You have outgrown your environment. You have mastered your environment. It's time to relocate, whether that's job, house, business, whatever it is, or like where you go on a daily. It's time to invest in environments, go to environments, be in environments, live in environments that truly reflect and empower you where you're at. I've got the Alice card coming through from the Alice in Wonderland deck about growing and growing, outgrowing your environment. Something needed to be tended to where you are, but something's come to an end. Make choices from the heart, the best you can do, the lovers. It's like there's a lot of pain here, and it's almost like psychological torment. You could have really been going through and experiencing and understanding and like dealing with lots of things. I'm not going to go into everything coming through right now. obviously everybody's different, so you know what that refers to. Heavy though. It really does feel like being trapped in a nightmare, like being in a nightmare, having a nightmare and not being able to wake up. And from like a child perspective, that thing how they say that like things that happened to us when we were young, when we were children, that as an adult we don't remember that from an adult's perspective. We remember it from a child's perspective because we remember it how it happened, and it happened when we were at an age and we saw it a certain way. So it's like, for example, things that maybe I overheard when I was a child that I'd take with a pinch of salt now, and this did happen to me, like things that I overheard, or things that I even heard in terms of psychically. It's like those things really affected me because it was like an adult's perspective that tarnished my fairy tale joy. If I heard that same thing or similar things today, it wouldn't affect me because I understand it for what it is, separate to myself. But still, when something's said, or it's like that, you know, unconscious masculine chat, it triggers me, not as the adult that understands that unconscious chat, but it triggers the child in me, and I feel completely traumatized, like how it kind of crushed my fairy tale idea of what people and things were. And I feel it come up, and even in terms of how it comes out, like it will be a childlike voice, it will be like hurt and tantrumy energy, or like you know, like don't want to hear that, like an attack on innocence. And it's like, even though I understand it from a more aware perspective now, and I'm also aware that I react to certain things from that child like tormented place, it still happens, and I'm still having to bring awareness to that. I still have to rewire that. I'm still having to let that come up, to feel that, to honor that, and to understand that it's so, like, that's exactly how you would feel. You had every right to feel like that. And almost like it's okay, and really sit with those feelings. So it's like there's many layers to things here. It feels like there's a lot of healing that's taken place, and in the moment, even if that energy comes up and you need to honor that tantrum, which we definitely do, we need to honor that rage, we need to express ourselves. That thing of how they say that it's less likely for girls to be diagnosed with neurodivergence because we are taught to not express ourselves. Sit down, look cute, you know, sit down, be quiet, be pretty, be feminine, be, you know, don't be loud, whatever it is. Like, we're programmed, the majority of us, to mask from a very early age. And it feels like you need to honor the rage, but not take action off the back of that. Separate that from when you're taking action. It's like, come back to your heart space before you make decisions, before you take action on whatever it is, because it's like there's big life changes taking place right now, and you want to make sure you're following your gut, mind, heart, gut, and not letting some kind of subconscious or unconscious or conscious hurt drive your decision making. It's like you're really being asked to let go and forgive on all levels, all generations, you know. Like clear that ancestral karma, clear your own burdens, your own weight. You can just dissolve that. Keep committing to forgiveness, keep committing to moving for the highest good of yourself and all. Remember why you're doing what you're doing, the bigger reason, the bigger picture. You see, it's like you see in yourself like you couldn't have really done any more, completely burnt out. It's like keep going, keep going, keep going. With every step there's a fall. You keep getting back up, keep getting back up. It's like, yeah, that is exactly what's been happening. But it's like round of applause. Look at the growth. Look at the growth. There's a breakthrough here. You have been on a journey, a spiritual journey, a spiritual roller coaster. But the outcome, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Everything's increasing. Increasing. It's bigger. It's better. The best or nothing. And that could be different. Some of you, maybe it's you prefer some smaller things, like, so it might be that, but it's like whatever's idyllic for you, you're getting an upgrade in always physically, in terms of like materialistic things, in terms of material abundance. There's an upgrade here. 22, the beaver. This is something you've set out to create. 111, the bat, ritualistic death. Yeah, it feels like you could have been through that. A lot of secrets afloat, learning who you need to set boundaries with. Kick back, watch the circus, divine delay. 46, little bandit, the raccoon, protector of the underdog, infirm and elderly. It's like, how can you empathize with the underdog if you've not been the underdog? Swan. I was guided to watch something today, which I didn't really want to watch, but I did. And basically this guy was sharing his experience that him and whoever were held hostage, and one of them didn't make it and he did, and what he went through while he was in, like, being held captive, and the methods he used to cope, to survive, in terms of psychologically, mentally, the power of the mind, the power of daydreaming, the power of behavior. And he said at the end something like, if he'd never been through that, he doesn't regret it. He basically said he doesn't regret it. That he learned a lot about himself, that the brain just started putting up all these things that he didn't even remember he knew, that he learned as a child, like how to start the fire and things like that, and it just all came to him, and just like the magnificence of the mind and how much he learned about himself through that experience, that he wouldn't change it. Now, of course, you'd say, well, yeah, you wouldn't change it if you got out alive, but if you didn't, then you wouldn't really say that, would you? So, because you couldn't. But either way, he was saying about how he wouldn't change that experience, and it kind of shifted something within me, because I had been having a lot of nightmares about certain situations that I thought I had done and dealt with, of being basically just treated like an animal in captivity, and just things that have happened, and just really living in that space of, I could never come to terms with it. I could never accept it. It was the worst thing ever, that I want to delete it from my life. And it's like, be careful what you wish for. You want to wish to forget, you want to wish for memory, you know, to lose your memory. Like, what are you wishing for? And I see some video about some celeb that was going to some clinic to erase her memories or something. And I was thinking, why would anyone want to do that? And then I started thinking about things that had happened to me, and I thought, God, to have a day where I just didn't remember that. And then I was like, what is that really? And then it's like, even having grandparents that have experienced things in terms of dementia and things, and how awful it was. And it's like, what you'd give to remember everything. Eat the good, the bad, the ugly. And hearing him say about that, it just shifted my perspective to, I don't regret going through that. I don't regret going through that abuse. I don't regret going through anything I've gone through in my life, any of the traumas, because it taught me so much about myself. It's who I am today. It's completely shaped me. It's given me the ability to have the life I do deserve and I do desire, because I now know exactly not what to do, and exactly what I like. It's just given me a skill set that I couldn't get anywhere else. It's given me empathy that I couldn't get anywhere else. It's given me understanding. And if you was to ask me, would you wish that wouldn't have happened? There was a time I would have said, yeah. Why couldn't I have a nice, normal life like whoever I was comparing myself to? But now I would say, I am glad that happened, and I am grateful for it. And it has shaped me, and it has transformed my life in a way that I don't know what else could have done that. And there's something here about, there is no way to justify what you've had to face. There is no way to justify what you've gone through. You didn't deserve it. You've put up with what you've put up with, what you've had to, like, what's been slung your way, whatever that means to you. There is no way for you to justify it or make it right. So you have to accept it as wrong, is kind of what's coming through, in terms of, yeah, it's not right, but yeah, it is what it is. And look for the good in the bad. Because you either want to sit in the bad and dwell on that and literally torment yourself, block your own blessings, while most times the people that have put you through shenanigans are off, you know, skipping through the flipping fields. So it's like, it's time for you to really back yourself and do it for you. To see it as, to let these emotions, to let the past hold you back is for certain individuals, certain things to hold you back. You have the power to not let anything hold you back, to move forward regardless, and to be yourself. Don't become the abuser, that kind of energy. Don't take anybody's energy with you. Cord cutting ritual, 17, mountain lion on the back of the deck, 47, leadership. Can you clarify the mouse on the 8 of Pentacles? Okay. Because something's coming through here about the way you're working. Oh, the blue heron, self-reflection. I didn't see you there. Number 45, self-reflection, the blue heron. Reflect on your journey. Reflect on your lessons. What's kind of coming through with this is like an end of year exam. Something come through. Was this Capricorn about the journaling? Like an end of year exam or an end of decade exam. You know, when you reflect on everything you've done at the end of the year, or that kind of thing, like how you would at school, that kind of energy. It's like you're being asked to reflect I'm seeing someone with a flip book. You know when you like flip the pages and it how they used to like draw the cartoons and it flips and it creates a visual. It's like to see your transformation. Now I'm seeing Simba go over the bridge. You know how he ages as he goes over the bridge. It's like a reflection of your transformation. To sit with that for a moment. Instead of doing more, slow down to receive. Slow down. Even if it's like, that doesn't mean stop doing everything forever. It's just for a moment, slow down. Oh. Magician, Sun, Star, 9 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Yeah. It's like, okay. You know what to do. We get it. This is like coming through. You know what to do. You've harnessed your skill set in terms of running things in the physical. You could do any job, anything, quick learner, hard worker, whatever you want to do, you can get it done. You can learn, like analytical, logical, blah blah blah. But it's like, but do you realize who you are? You don't need to be doing so much, honey. Slow down, sit down a minute. Do you realize who you are? Do you realize what you're working with here? You can make something from nothing in the quickest way. And this feels like you are being, it's like gifts being activated, or you being becoming aware of certain things, being aware of just how powerful you are in this damn universe. Magician, Sun, Star. Magician, Sun, Star, 9 of Wands. Xena energy, guys. That's what it's giving. I can hear that thing when she does that noise. High Priestess. What? Magician, Sun, Star, High Priestess. Ace of Swords. Guys, who are you? Magician, Sun, Star, High Priestess, 9 of Wands. Wow. Royalty. This is that royal energy, guys. Some of you weren't even meant to see who you were until, you know, but it's like, realize why you might be getting burnt out. Come back to yourself, focus on yourself. Comparison being the thief of joy. Come back to yourself right now. Don't get distracted. Distractions come in when you're like at the last minute. Don't let anything throw you off. Keep your focus. Stay in the vision. Dragonfly, yeah. Stay grounded. It feels like maybe less interactions or less communication right now. Like you don't need too much outside noise. I'm hearing like a radio, you know, when it won't tune into a station and it's like buzzing between 2-3 stations and it's like lots of crackling and noise. Interference. Maybe you got some nosy, you know, actually this is coming from Paddington again, nosy nuns, and there's the nuns in Paddington were tracking them through the jungle, monitoring spirits. We don't have time for it, Sheila, we don't have time for it. You're just gonna have to say ciao for now. You have what it takes, believe in yourself. Yeah, lack of self-confidence. If this feels like a lot of outside projection, that you need to rise above this. It's like people's energy draining you, pulling you down. That can't happen if you don't give them the power to let that happen. Cord cutting ritual, separation, meditation, first one I ever saw of that was the one with the cat with the flame. Aaron Dowdy did one with the candle, where you just focus on the flame and how it's separate to you, and how you just can feel that, like feel that separation, feel your energy like amp up in separation to that. Helps you really come back to yourself, ground within yourself, and it's quite empowering, because it kind of leaves you feeling that flame within yourself. So that's a really good one to do. But yeah, something like that. It's like self-doubt is the only thing that can really sabotage you right now. Shake it off and stay steady. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. Even that, staying in your heart space. When you're not bothered about anyone, they can't bother you as much as they try. Keep it light, keep it cute. Keep it cute. Protect the fruits of your labours. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. Education in the form of seminars or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, long-term projects. You throw me onto a whole different topic, guys. You always do this right at the end of the reading. Why? We're on this business booming, you know. Phoenix rising, and now you're chucking me a love card. Hey, hey, hey. Not got time for love? Split the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Ain't got time for that. Got things to do, mate. Got things to do. Three of Swords. Don't break your own heart. It's like breaking your own heart by protecting your heart from love, when love is as healing as the next thing. Yeah, it's like really not in the mood, not in the mood, not in the mood. Guys, you're not in the mood. It's coming through like you're not in the mood, not the other person's not in the mood. So, do I just let this go and put it back in the deck? Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Be fearless, happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Meeting someone who can make your dreams come true. Resolution of difficulties, weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. We want to look into this love card? Yeah. Okay. Strength. Someone's coming in and it's like magician. They're not taking no for an answer, guys. It's like some of you are like really not in the mood. This person's actually very, very confident, very, very zesty is what's coming through. That word is literally coming through, zesty. And I don't even know what that means. I know in terms of it's like lemon zest, citrusy. I don't know what, but it's like that's the word that's coming through for this person, zesty. The zest of life, a zing, a zang, a zest. They're a fruity little fella, but there's something here about they actually have a very deep rooted fear of rejection, fear of loss, fear of whatever, and not all is as it seems. You could see this person as a cocky little fellow. The devil, split the deck. It's giving, it could be Cappy, a lot of Cappy in the chart, could be, and Leo as well coming through. It's a very bossy energy, but there's so much more to this person than meets the eye. This person coming in feels like they've been thinking about reaching out to you, but it doesn't feel like you know who this person is. So either this is somebody that knows you through a friend, or maybe like you don't know them, but they know a friend you know, or like I've seen you through something or online, I don't know. But there's something coming through here about this person. This isn't just a quick thought. This person's been thinking about this, but it doesn't feel like that premeditative, calculated kind of business. It feels like this person's wanted to take action to reach out to you or speak to you for however long it's been. I can check that in a minute. But this deep-rooted fear has caused a delay, and it feels like they might not even be aware of this. They could be like, oh, I've been busy with this, I've been busy with that, but it's like unconsciously or subconsciously, it's like they've been creating things to be busy with because they wasn't ready to do this. They wasn't ready to reach out because of fear, some kind of fear. And it feels like you couldn't sniff a fear on this person if you tried. You know, it's like you're not going to see this. You'll be like, yeah. Very, very confident energy. A little intimidating, some may find. But it doesn't feel like you're going to find this intimidating. The Hierophant, the Devil, Strength, the Magician. Guys, this is really, really powerful person. Their energy is just like, you know them ones when someone walks in a room and the whole room stops? It's that kind of energy. Very no nonsense. But it's like a big softy. Yeah, the Moon and Death. Guys, 6 major arcana out for this. Romantic, captivating, dramatic and flirtatious. The hardest thing for you here is to let go and enjoy the ride. That's what's coming through here. It's like not wanting to, like you could have, it really does feel like that. Like you could have 101 amazing reasons exactly why you're busy, you can't do this right now, you can't take anyone's number right now, you can't commit to this, you don't want to invest. Like you could have so many valid reasons that are genuinely valid because of something you're working on, something you're doing. It's like, oh no, I can't meet you on this day, I deal with my business on this day. No, I can't see you on that day because I'm doing whatever it is. You can't have my number because I'm whatever. It's like there's this thing here where you have genuine valid reasons, and they are all true because you are doing this and you are doing that. But time is a created thing. And what's coming through here is actually unconsciously, subconsciously, the reason why you are prioritizing everything else over this is because of fear, of not wanting to embrace this journey, not open your heart to love, maybe because of the effect of past heartbreak. And that may not just be in terms of romantically, it could just be like there's been a lot of healing here. It's like if you spent decades fixing if you spent decades putting something, if you spent decades healing something, there's a fear of going back to square one and having to heal something again. You will never have to heal what you've healed because it's like something's been learned, something's been integrated. You're not going to have that same experience again. That will forever be healing, it's lifelong. But to really embrace the risk, enjoy, follow your intuition, because this is a really powerful, beautiful relationship that's coming into your life. And it's only down to you if you let yourself have this or not. If you can put all of everything to the side, and it feels like you are being asked to do that. Make time, create time. And ask yourself if it's something you don't want, or if it is just the fear. Hermit. It's like, oh, it's safer to stay. I feel like I have this a little bit in terms of I feel safe in isolation, in terms of if I don't see anyone, speak to anyone, have relationships, friendships or anything like that, don't let anyone in whatever way that is, then I feel relaxed. As soon as somebody's going to come in, it's very territorial of my space because of being hurt. And the cat that I was guided to me, that I've been trying to help in terms of, she's obviously been traumatized. She is, I said to my sister yesterday, I was like, she is me, I am she. Like, the unhealthy feminine energy. Even like people that have gone out to go in the garden, like she's not having it. Like, she will go, like Pitbull, go. And I'm like that. Like, someone's knocking on the door in my space, I'm like, no. And it is from fear and controlling the environment. My human design is that, though, to be in control of my environment. But it's like, guards need to come down, 7 of Wands on the back of the deck. You're hurting your own heart, even though you think you're protecting it, because you're missing out on beautiful experiences and beautiful relationships out of fear. And maybe look at it in terms of, okay, well, you can always go back to that. You can always go back to lone wolf energy if it's not right for you. But why not give it a go? Because it's like, you're going to be surprised at how beautiful life becomes as you open up to this. This feels like something for the long term. This is something you've prayed for. It's going to bring balance. It's going to have you feeling good. It's like, you could really feel like this isn't something you need, or it's like a burden. I just don't need this right now. It's like, no, this is exactly what you need right now. The Lovers, 6 of Pentacles, King of Cups, 2 of Cups. Guys, this is a long-term commitment. And it's beautiful. It's like love, respect, trust, loyalty, integrity, honesty, unconditional love. It's a stunning energy. But there's so many layers to this person, because I'm getting so many different energies come through for this person. King of Swords. It's like really ticking every box there is. King of Wands. Sorry. Regardless of gender, this is just the most profound energy. The Sun, Ace of Pentacles. Have patience, don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. The Sun, number 19. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitude for the blessings of life. 4/4/22. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.
Them gone like the wind, think I'm stuck here forever. Knew I'd prevail. Smith with a horn and a towel. Even when she falls, things flush, can't foul. Lessons and blessings, ancestral abundance. Preacher, teacher, ancient antics.